Detective Division.
Everybody good?
Ready?
Yeah. Yes. All right, go ahead, sir. What do we have?
Tonight at about 5:05, police received a call from an individual threatening suicide in the 3600 block of MacGregor Drive. The individual stated to the dispatchers that he wanted to kill himself, kill others, and that he also had handguns and rifles in the residence. He also said, send the SWAT team, I want to get killed. Police responded to the area, began to set up a perimeter, and immediately tried to initiate contact with the suspect by using the loudspeakers on their police cars. The suspect exited his house, saw the police, went back inside, and came back outside, this time armed with a handgun. One of the officers saw the handgun and said over the radio, he's got a gun. The police that were adjacent to where the suspect was immediately started commanding him to drop the gun. He refused and instead turned toward the police officers and began to raise the gun. Two of the officers on the scene fired at the suspect with their AR-15 rifles, striking and killing the suspect at the scene. There was a subsequent search of the residence for safety purposes, and it revealed an SKS assault rifle on a couch inside the residence. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
How many shots were fired by officers?
We had 7 shots fired total, and the individuals who were involved in the shooting was Sergeant Tony Battras. Sergeant Battras is a 12-year veteran. This is his second shooting. He fired 5 times. Then Officer Keenan Samuel, he's a 4-year veteran. This is his first shooting, and he fired twice. We have a total of 7 shots fired.
Did the suspect get a chance to fire any shots back? Did the suspect get a chance to fire any shots initially?
That's unknown at this time. We're really early in the investigation.
And have you identified the suspect?
Not yet.
When you say SKS assault rifle, did you know if it was fully automatic or?
No idea. I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, we're still real early. We're processing the scene, and we'll have that information later.
Was the suspect home alone?
There was no one else in the residence.
Does the suspect have a history of mental illness?
I don't have his history yet. Again, we're still trying to ID him and working through the crime scene.
Have you been able to determine if there have been multiple calls out to his residence? Neighbors have said that he's been known to fire off his weapon in that area.
Yeah, I don't have the call history yet. We'll have that tomorrow when we meet again. I'll have a lot more detail for you.
Do you have an approximate age of the suspect?
No, not sure.
Wait, he was at least over middle age?
I do not have an age for the suspect.
Where do you go from here?
Well, we got a lot of work to do. We've got to process the scene and try to determine exactly what happened. I mean, it's a long process.
It's not every day that somebody wants to get killed by police and admits that to police officers. How does JSO handle situations like this? I mean, every case is different, but going into something like that where you know you might be coming across somebody who's armed and wants to be shot and killed.
You know, you're going to come into a situation like this with a heightened awareness for your safety, but every call that we go on has the potential to be a call like this. I don't care, there is no such thing as a routine call in police work. Anytime we respond to an alarm call or a domestic call or anything else, there could be the same level of danger to the police.
And SWAT team was never called, right?
Not on this one. No.
What do you say to neighbors in the area right now who perhaps are a little bit in fear or unaware of what's going on?
This is not a large neighborhood issue. It's an isolated incident, and we'll have the neighborhood back open and turned over to him here shortly.
And again, can you touch on just how many weapons you've been able to recover at this point inside the home? He had the handgun, he had the assault rifle inside.
I only know for sure of 2, but there's going to be a more detailed search of the scene.
And you said you don't know if he fired any shots at all?
I don't know.
Was he? Was there anyone else in the house at the time or before this happened? Does he live alone?
Any other questions?
What was his demeanor when the police arrived on the scene?
Well, like I said, he came out, saw the police, and then decided to go back inside and arm himself. So demeanor wasn't real good.
Did he seem impaired?
I don't have that information.
All right.
Thank
you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.